4th and 5th grade parents from Washington Elementary. This is your assistant principal, Sarah McMaster. Dr. Galan and I wanted to do a quick screencast to go over a few logistical items with you as we prepare to have our 4th and 5th graders join us on campus for Cohort B, March 3rd, and Cohort A, March 4th. So first of all, we want to welcome everybody back. We are so excited to have all grade levels back on campus at Washington. It's something that we've been waiting for a really long time, and we are just super ready and happy to be opening our doors for all kids. So we know that part of our job is to stay safe and to make sure that all of our families answer our screening questions accurately and honestly every single morning. And also at drop-off, we must have an adult there to verify that you have answered the screening questions and also to be there while we take your child's temperature. We are looking for patience and flexibility in our families, as we know that the schedule that your child has had for the last however many months in distance learning will now be changing. And if you are a family that is a not yet family, where you are not yet ready to send your child back to campus, that is totally fine. However, we need you to understand that it may feel like your child is not seeing their teacher as much because their teacher is going to be working with a cohort of students who are in person as well. So we ask for your patience and flexibility over the next few weeks as our teachers iron out details in their schedules to make sure that they are providing adequate instructional time for all students. And we encourage you to make sure that you are reading your teacher communication. I know that sometimes our teachers send short emails, some teachers send long emails, but it's really important that you stay tuned into all the emails coming from your teachers as well as our community e-blasts, because we put a lot of effort into what we share with you, and we want you to be aware of everything that's happening at Washington. And down on the bottom here, we have 2 videos for our families to watch. The first one is a Washington video that will take you to a screencast that goes over our bell schedule, arrival and dismissal routines, and the screening procedures, and then our RBUSD video as well, which highlights what returning to school will look like. So as you know, that on February 17th, we had a Board of Ed meeting, and it was approved at that time for the 4th and 5th grade return. On February 18th, you received an email from Dr. Galan and I asking you to select a learning model. Today is February 24th, and this was your deadline to make a selection. And then the date that you receive this will be February 26th, and that's when we're sending out your cohort notification. March 1st and 2nd will be full asynchronous days for your students. So again, pay close attention to teacher emails about what your children need to be completing to, be counted as present for those days and to keep up what they're learning on March 1st and 2nd. And then March 3rd, we're welcoming back Cohort B, and March 4th, we are welcoming back Cohort A. This is an example of an in-person cohort calendar for our school district. There's also a cohort calendar available on our school webpage that you can download and print. This chart goes over our cohort Mondays moving forward until about mid-April. So that Mondays are a little tricky. Remember that Cohort B comes to school Wednesdays and Fridays and every other Monday, and Cohort A comes to school Tuesdays and Thursdays and every other Monday. So this outlines it for the rest of the school year, so make sure that you pay attention to this and mark it on your calendar, or have your children mark it on their calendars. At Washington, we have 4 arrival zones in the front of the school, and we also have Zone 5, which is the Felton Gate, arrival zone in the back of the school. Arrival zones 3 and 4 are open from 8 to 8:15. Arrival zone 2 is open from 8:10 to 8:20, and arrival zone 1 is open from 8:15 to 8:25. If you are a family that has siblings, You do not need to drop your children off at 3 different zones. If you have 3 children in different grade levels, you can drop them all off at the same zone. However, we are asking that our older siblings support their younger siblings in getting to their classrooms. Students will walk directly to their classrooms upon entering campus. If you are a fifth grader and you're helping out your younger sibling, walking them to their classroom, what we ask you to do, and the expectation will be that you will then drop your sibling off and then go directly to your classroom. If your family enters through zone 5, which is the Felton Gate, that is available only for third graders, fourth graders, and fifth graders, or third graders, fourth graders, and fifth graders and their younger siblings. Parents, again, we need to have an adult at drop off for each child every morning to verify that you have answered the screening questions accurately and honestly, as well as to be there while we take your child's temperature. Let me go back a little bit because I have to talk about dismissal. The Felton Gate will open at 12:45, and Zone 3 and 4 will also be open at 12:45 for third, fourth, and fifth grade dismissal. If you are a fourth or fifth grader and you're going to be collecting your younger sibling at 12:45, when your teacher opens the door to dismiss your grade level, what you are going to do is you are going to walk to your sibling's classroom and you're going to wait outside of your sibling's classroom until your sibling's class leaves their classroom, and dismissal for first and second grade is at 12:55. So you're going to have a couple minutes to wait there. We expect you, fourth and fifth graders, to wait outside the classroom quietly. If there are other fourth and fifth graders who are waiting outside the same classroom with you, the expectation is that you will be socially distancing. So you're going to maintain the 6 feet apart rule while you wait for your sibling's class to be done. Then, if you are walking your sibling home and we have written prior approval from parents to do so, you will walk out the exit of the school that is closest to your home. So if you're exiting from the front of the school, you'll go that way. If you are a family that exits through the Felton Gate, then you will go that way. This is a kind of a mock fourth and fifth grade daily schedule. Obviously, parents, things will be different based on teachers, so pay attention to their schedules. From 8 to 8:15, that's our arrival window and health screenings. 8:15, some teachers may start their morning meetings at 8:15, others may start their morning meeting at 8:30. Fourth and fifth graders need to pay attention to the schedule that's posted in their Google Classroom stream and also pay attention to the teacher's weekly emails and planners. We have a core content block from about 9 to 11:15 a.m. And again, the teachers will embed movement breaks and or snack during that time. Fourth and fifth grade recess is from 11:15 to 11:30. And then we have a second core content block from 11:30 to 12:45. Dismissal for fourth and fifth graders is at 12:45. All students that would like a lunch may take one home with them every single day. The lunches are brought to classrooms. Parents do not need to pre-order them. In the morning when your child arrives at school, the teacher will ask who would like a lunch, and then we take a lunch count on our campus and we provide your child with a lunch. If your child has allergies or any dietary needs, we also have different lunches available for students with those specific needs. So that's pretty much it. Welcome back. We are so excited to have all grade levels back on our campus. I believe so strongly that we've got this at Washington. So far, so good. And we will continue to be flexible. We will continue to be patient. We will continue to be kind to one another as we move forward as a community. So if you have any questions, do not hesitate to reach out to myself, Sarah McMaster, or Dr. Galan, our interim principal as well, or your child's classroom teacher. Have a great night, and we'll see you soon.